Well, hello. If you aren't tired of hearing my voice show up in your podcast feed yet, you know what? You will be soon. But I appreciate everyone tuning in to HETMA Presents. We are live on the show floor at ISE 2026 at the HETMA booth. And we have another pair of voices to bring to you, which I'm very excited about because I feel like this is a new company, I think a startup that most people aren't familiar with. Excited to help you guys talk about what Zoom is for everybody. So, gentlemen, thank you for being here with us. Would you please introduce yourselves? Who are you and what do you do?
Ryan, thank you for having us. Felipe Henao, the lead for Zoom Spaces for the Americas, and really happy to be here with you. And we have Frank here with us.
Yeah, Frank Padikkala, Senior Technical Sales Architect, part of Zoom Spaces. I work a lot with Felipe. Yeah, I kind of know you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I practically live at this booth.
That's what I was going to say. Frank is an industry celebrity, I would say.
I don't
Maybe the best name in AV. I think
it's called influencer now.
It is. Yes, this is very true. I love it. Okay, so, and also, that was a great title, which was, say it again?
Senior Technical Sales Architect?
I want to be a senior sales technical architect. That sounds awesome. All right, that was great. So, in all jest, though, right, I think in the world of Zoom, there is one way people use it, and that's kind of all that a lot of people think about in terms of Zoom. That's where I get on meetings that I get bored with eventually and then wait and hang up. And the world of what you all are building and doing is huge and vast, and things that I think campuses are really trying to leverage into what the, I guess, post-pandemic. Can we still say post-pandemic? It's so long ago now.
Seems like
So for our listeners, what do we not know about Zoom that we need to know?
You want to start, Frank?
Yeah, I can kick things off. I think, in one word, I'd like to say partnerships, right? We have a partnership here with you guys.
Yeah.
Which is why we're here talking to a very specific, very important audience, just getting them educated on what Zoom does. And I think the core of our presence at ISE and other shows has always been about our partnerships. At ISE, we announced, I'd say, three major things. We now have a partnership with Cisco, which means you can have Zoom on Cisco rooms. We do Google Beam, which is powered by Zoom. If you go in there, it's a 3D experience, it's spatial, very cool. But I think my personal favorite, and again, I'm not supposed to play favorites, but coming from an AV design engineer background, just the fact that this changes the way people look at it. We've announced a partnership with VizRT, and VizRT launched two products, Interactify and Captivate. What they do in a nutshell is change the way meetings are. You remember you talked about that boring meeting? I agree with you. Meetings can be very boring.
Yeah.
You know, and nobody wants to do that. How many slides before you fall asleep, right? They've changed that. They've brought broadcast level quality at the ease of traditional UC into conference spaces. So it's like our partnerships have been great, and we want to keep working on them and improving on them. You can go to booths here without seeing Zoom listed here.
Right.
Everyone's a Zoom partner, and that's what we want. We want to meet our customers where they're at.
Nice. That's a great answer. I love it.
Yep.
So what did he get wrong about that?
Nothing. I think I think here at ISE, the reason why I'm here is, again, just to support our partners. They have invested a lot into Zoom, and therefore we want to reciprocate. Again, with HETMA, we have had a great relationship, and I think this year we finally made it official. And obviously we want to continue with that. But I think from the partnerships that we have, VizRT is one where I've been personally involved over the last probably 10 months. And we really see that we're changing the game as to how people meet and how they start to transform that collaboration experience. I think it's going to be great for higher education because it's really going to make that whole hybrid learning, if you still want to call it that way. I think it's still, the hybrid learning is kind of boring, but I think VizRT is really going to take things to the next level at a very, very low cost. We do have a few pilots in a couple of universities, so we can't wait to start showcasing the solution at our summits that we're doing in the next few months, so that way everybody can start learning more about the solution, and that we do have a couple pilots with some of the HETMA members as well. So
that's great. Looking for it. Like, we love, there's nothing like the testimony of a colleague to talk about something.
Yes.
So we got the chance to, we already got the chance to talk with folks from VizRT and talk about sort of what they do, and really, that ability of taking video from a standard level to a high level but you don't need a room of engineers to do it, right?
Exactly.
You're bringing it on your laptop and bringing the experience we're used to having, from broadcast into our everyday videos, meetings, and things like that. And it feels like Zoom becomes this backbone for communication that is in a whole different category than what people think of it as.
Can we send this recording to marketing, please? 'Cause,
Yeah, no problem.
You just pitched Zoom the way we want to be heard.
You're hired, Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is then you guys in VizRT have done it, right?
Yes.
I feel like that message is
our
coming.
vision, our dream is to be the platform for high quality audio and video.
Yes.
Right? And I know we're an AI first company. Every 30 seconds I'm supposed to say AI, but the fact
you're
of
behind.
I know. And I said this at a conversation yesterday on Avixa TV too. I said we're an AI first company, but we're very AV serious. We love our AV.
Yeah.
Yes.
We value our AV. High quality audio, high quality video. I don't know if you heard, there was also another announcement at ISC. We do something called enhanced media, which basically just improving on the media streams. So now in your large meeting rooms, you have 4K outputs, you have 1080p 60 content shared. It's just improving the quality, the fidelity of the video.
Yeah.
There are two main things when it comes into AV deployments, right? There's the quality of the audio and the video, and then the architecture conversation.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I think everybody in this booth will agree that if you're somebody who's supporting AV, you don't want something that you have to call 30 people to fix. You want to be able to troubleshoot, you want to be able to resolve it, and you want to be able to do it fast, especially in higher ed. You don't have time. You have
Right.
people who are impatient. You lose 2 minutes is gone. You've lost their attention. So we understand that, and every time we build something, we're making sure that we're giving all our partners, our end users, enough resources to be able to maintain their system. So it's we love doing that, and I know it seems sometimes we just have to remind people that we value and we understand the importance of AV at its core. There's no AI without good
Yes,
AV.
I love
I
it.
do agree. Our AI strategy, just to kind of piggyback on Frank's message, is we're really starting to unleash what's possible, not only as just to what we see on models like ChatGPT, where write my resume, do things like that, but we're really starting to collect all this data, adding a lot of intelligence as to what's possible, but then really becoming a really critical tool for professors, where they can now use content that is being lectured over the semester, and then with that create midterms, create quizzes, start evaluating what's happening in the classroom. But I think the most important piece is that now these AI models from Zoom are available to the students, and where they now can personalize their own education journey, because now we have AI kind of evaluating how they're progressing, how they're evolving, and then from there also make some suggestions as to which concepts they need to reinforce. So that portion of learning where a teacher maybe had 100 students in a classroom and it was hard to focus on them, now AI is giving the tools to the teacher to really start focusing on an individual level, which is kind of where we want it to be.
I love that. One of my little side TED Talks I give is how AI is the playing field leveler for different learning styles,
Yes.
right? That
Yes.
the things that have normally, I'm not good at math, or I'm visual spatial learner versus whatever, and this AI layer creates that place
Yes.
where you can be more effective and you can learn in your way, even if you're not being taught in that
Yes.
way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
the sky's the limit on where this could go.
It's a great equalizer, right? It just builds equity in your daily. What it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
Even at whatever level you're at the end of the day, you should be able to get to the same level.
Right.
And I think AI is a great tool that way. It's fantastic.
For us, again, it's where, just to kind of go back to Frank's point, this meeting where the users are at, where the students are at, and not only just all these tools that are just not, in a coherent way, they're not cohesive, but we're doing also integrations into like the LMS.
Yeah.
So from an LMS perspective, everything's launched for the LMS. That's where the students live. That's where the parents and the teachers live. So everything gets launched exactly from there. So we're not just integrating with other AV tools. We're all integrating with tools that are just the day-to-day operations for an institution.
Sweet, that's awesome. Well, I'm excited to we've got a tour tomorrow that we're going to be coming by the VizRT booth.
Oh, do that.
I'm going to say, because it's just one of those things that, in our world of experiential AV, kind of you got to see it to understand it. And so
100%.
we're excited to do that, and excited. Thank you guys for sharing with all the people that aren't able to make it out here kind of what this vision of what Zoom can do through these partners and other ones. And the rumor has it that Infocom, Zoom might be around there getting some stuff done as well.
You do the plug, Frank. You do the plug.
Oh yeah, I mean we're going big at Infocom, and one of our personal projects, one thing that I'm very proud of is Zoom is bringing a 3-day boot camp to Infocom. It's going to be intensive learning. I think a comment that you'll hear from technical folks at Infocom is, I don't want to see all that marketing stuff.
Yeah.
I want to get my hands on things, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Awesome.
We're working with our partners to bring in a very cohesive Zoom-based learning program. It's going to be 3 days, and we'll hope that people will enjoy their time getting their hands on these wonderful equipment. And it's like Zoom's coming at it with a lot of different things. We're going to have a great time at Infocom.
Sweet. Well, thank you both for your time. Looking forward to that, and thank you for keeping, like you said, keeping AV at the forefront of an 100%. AI company. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we really appreciate our students and our teachers appreciate it also.
All right, Ryan. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much, Ryan.